1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
In motion right, that's Williams.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Now Goff.
He's got right on the short throw.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Powering his way forward, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Here's Mayfield. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. A first carry for Rachaad White. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A fourth down. Here's Jake Camarda on to punt for the Bucs.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They keep it on the ground. White again.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. 3rd and 9 here.
In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Williams being motion left.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Khalif Raymond.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Palmer going to go in motion left.
Mayfield.
Now there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Here's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing, Mayfield.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Irving.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
16 carries, 65 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Wright's got him.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 10.
Gone. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
In motion comes the tight end left. Off play action. Here's Goff. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
44 yards.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, Mayfield.
This ball complete to Trey Palmer.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, those body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll go again with Gibbs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Goff.
That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Goff.
That is caught by Laporta.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
What a spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mayfield to throw it.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mayfield now.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Jake Camarda now.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
A nice grab by Laporta, and that's something he did a lot of throughout his remarkable rookie campaign that saw him earn All-Pro honors a season ago. Those wondering about a sophomore slump, worry no more. He's the real deal.
To the sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Goff now to throw.
He's got right on the short throw.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again is Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
This 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Goff throwing again.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Goff now looks to throw. Touchdown! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 28-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. Derek Carr, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow Couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Tony Pollard, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They defer to White out of the shotgun, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In motion, the tight end. Mayfield off the play fake. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And a fast footwork by White, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Here's White. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trey Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Back to throw, Goff. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. A first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one out wide and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff now to Gibbs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it right side to White. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll go up the middle with White.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Throwing, Mayfield.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Mayfield.
He'll dump this one off here to White.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target, it's Evans.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another run for Gibbs here.
Gets past one man. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Goff.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In motion goes Raymond.
Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Montgomery back to the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Getting to him for the loss there, that's Kalijah Cansey.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 3rd and 3.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now a give running right is Montgomery.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Lions are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's the fullback.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Mayfield to throw it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mayfield now. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Back to throw again. He's got White here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking middle, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
Mayfield with it once more. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Detroit, they at least get of their first 2 home games, and they'll hit the
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the Vikings. All that in...
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
And he's still been looking for that one situation to allow all of his talents to come together. He's hoping that he found it here. Plenty of playmakers on the outside and a team that's willing to run the football to let his talent shine.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off of play action, Darnold. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now it's Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Now the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And the great story of Brock Purdy continues. Had he been drafted in the first round, I think people would be singing his praises to the skies, but for whatever reason, people can't let go of the fact he's Mr. Irrelevant, and they don't give him the credit he deserves. He is not just a system quarterback. He's a guy who enhances his team. Not just along for the ride, he's the one steering the ship, and without him, their ceiling significantly drops.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Now Darnold. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
The Vikings at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Yetur Gross Matos.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
back to throw, Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
Yeah, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 13 carries, 92 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Mason.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Purdy now to throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Man in motion is Sherfield.
Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And his throw is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. 2nd and 9 from the 44. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Darnold.
That is caught.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Darnold.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
To throw is Darnold.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Purdy looking to throw. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And Deebo going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll get this up to the 39. Here's Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, it's a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now they run. It's Mason. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
Looking to throw.
Purdy.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Back to throw. Purdy. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Try to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
out of the gun. Purdy able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Purdy.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
From the gun on third down. Purdy.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now it's Darnold.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
That's to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold from the gun.
He'll let this go deep for Sherfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He gets it to Addison.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
To the air again, Darnold. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jared Goff, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Tony Pollard, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Play action. Now Purdy. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Faking the give, Darnold.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Darnold.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here's Darnold.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Purdy now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
3rd and 2.
They'll run here with Mason. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Vikings offense had Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Here's 3rd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Darnold.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 98 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
That is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
92 yards.
And the Niners have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Darnold. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Darnold. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
The 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A play fake, and it's Darnold.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
He lets one go, deep for Addison.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Purdy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Purdy looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Purdy.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
So, Charles, I mean, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago, and we keep harping on their evaluation. They saw not just a guy who could rush the passer, but could rush the passer well, and that's why they took him as high as they did.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Mason. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Sam Darnold in the offense, down by a field goal, 1:37 remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Now Darnold. He's got his target. That's good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now a first down carry by Jones.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Caught on the right side by Jones. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw of overtime for Purdy. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down. Out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now they run. It's Mason. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's Purdy.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
Now Mason. Oh, able to avoid him.
Down to about the 37.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing here, Purdy. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Thomas picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver, and he goes out right around the 39.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Darnold.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 18. The drive begins with Mason. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Throwing, Purdy.
His throw incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
3rd down and 13. Here's Purdy to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
To throw is Purdy. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mason, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Darnold to throw.
A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
Thanks for tuning